What's your job today, Amanda?
I'm plumbing girl today.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Do you know what you're doing?
I'm working it out.
Yeah?
I'm running a saltwater pump pipe that goes through the middle of the boat all the way down to here.
Yep.
And I'm going to fit an angle corner there
Yep.
against that wall, and then it's going to go up the wall.
Okay.
Welcome to Malindi K Expeditions. Subscribe to our channel, like, comment, share it with your mates. We would love to have you aboard as we restore Malindi K to her former glory and we take off on adventures of a lifetime.
And then when
For what? Maybe a anchor cleaner?
anchor
something?
wash.
There you go.
Anchor wash. And
I know
yeah,
exactly what
generally to have a hose up on the front deck.
Yeah.
It would be so much easier if this bed wasn't there, eh?
It'd be heaps easier. But no, we like confined spaces. We like to do things difficult. Yeah.
As soon as you get up into that
I'm
corner.
just working out this machine.
Yeah. As soon as we get up into that corner, we'll pull
change
it back so you can get up into that wall.
Yeah.
Good job.
Nice.
All right, as you were.
So I was.
Now, let's go and find out what Brent's doing. I think I know.
So you're actually using the VHF splitter.
Righto, here we go.
So it's telling me that.
What's your job today, mate?
My job,
Yeah.
I'm setting up iOS.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Are you having a win with that?
Yeah, nearly there.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
Oh, beautiful.
I'm getting into stuff I really don't understand. It's for computer nerds.
Yeah, that's why you're doing it, because I have no idea.
Nah, you could not work it out.
No, could not work it out. No. So that's your job today.
It's happening.
All right, I'll go and show what I'm doing today. Bronwyn's making us a cup of coffee, really
and
quick.
eating banana bread, which is the best.
What we're doing down here is continuing on with this bedroom. So the toilet's mounted and the basin's mounted, it's plumbed, everything. The only thing I haven't done is I haven't put the drain in yet. Shower, it's all finished with the tiling, except I've got to cut a couple of tiles up here and my tile cutter can't cut them, so I've got to go and get them cut somewhere. Finish grouting that and then stick the tap work on there and then plumb it underneath. And wiring. So we're just sticking a few wires in for some power points. We've got to put power points back on the back wall there and over there. Run the refrigeration pipes into up there for the air conditioner. And then we can sheet that wall. I doubt we'll get the sheeting done today, but anyway, we'll give it a good hard crack. Now, big dilemma, well not a huge dilemma, but that toilet has its own pump in it. Generally they're designed to suck seawater up and then flush it through. But what I've done is I've hooked it to my pressure freshwater system, because I don't want to do salt water, everything's freshwater flush for us. And because I've done that, all that does is just bypass the impeller and fills the toilet up, fills the bowl up, and just keeps overflowing. So what I've decided to do is I've bought this little valve, electric valve, 24 volt, and we're going to install it in between the toilet and the pressure, the freshwater pressure there. So you can see that I've cut it down in there. Hang on, let me get under this way a little bit. That's it. So I've cut the two there, and I'm going to put that valve in there like that. And so when we flush the toilet, we hit the button to flush, that valve will open and allow the pressure fresh water to come into the bowl. I think that's the the quickest and the cheapest option for us. The other option was to put another little tank for the toilet to suck from, but this toilet's quite low in the boat, and you've got all of our water tanks that are a lot higher than that toilet, so it wouldn't work. So we're gonna do that, and we're going to use all of the Evo pecs. So these Evo pecs, they're amazing. It's just push together connections. I have put so many in the boat, haven't had one single leak. This makes for such easy plumbing. You can see how I've got it all pushed together there. It's a T-piece. You can buy joiners, and so this is all going to screw in. This is fantastic stuff. Anyway, that's the project for today. Let's see if we can make this work.
A bit of progress down here today. We've got the back wall up, well, part of it, and sanded and first coat of oil on there. It's looking very nice. Des is currently down the hole, down here doing a bit of plumbing work. And the head has been hooked up. The basin is now operational. Shower is operational, we just don't have a shower screen yet. And we'll just go up here and see what Amanda's been doing. Smile, you're on candid camera.
Oh, hello.
What are you doing?
I've just put this shade cloth up at the front. Getting my hand back into sewing. I haven't done sewing for such a long time. Used to do a real lot of it when I was little. And yeah, so got the shade cloth up just to give us a little bit of
That's great.
lovely little spot while we're steaming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So much cooler too.
yeah.
It's great. Amanda's crafty little sewing here. Keeping this all together. Great job.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, this is a bit of an exciting moment.
Made the platform and put the bed up. Now, what we've had to do here, do you want to explain this, darling?
Yes, so this room's not very wide. So instead of getting a normal queen size bed and having it this way, we've had to get a king because we needed to keep this short enough but still width. So we've got a king and we've turned it around.
And what else can that king bed do?
It's got a lift on it. So it lifts up.
So we can store heaps of stuff underneath.
So like the front room, everything
Yep.
goes under there, all our clothing or extra bedding or anything like that.
Like
goes
it's
under
a huge bed, but we've done that to give us a big walkway through here, and we've achieved that. It's really good. So
Yeah.
what the exciting part is now, we bought a rolled up mattress. Now apparently when you unleash these, they spring into action.
Yeah.
So
It
I
sort
mean-
of explodes, but it takes a little while. It's the only way we could get a mattress down these stairs because we couldn't fit a king through here because of this here.
Yeah, yeah,
So, and we've got this wall here now too.
yeah.
So this is just going to explode once we start to unwrap it. So we'll have to get it up on the bed
All right,
and let it go.
all right. I'm gonna put this up here. I'll just turn off, and then I'll time lapse it. All right.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's still going to inflate in another hour, isn't it, Dom?
Yeah.
It'll get bigger over time.
I think it takes a few hours, but
So, just giving you a demonstration on the walkway. Brent will just demonstrate that walkway. Yeah, no, there's plenty of room, and we'll probably put the TV up there as well. And we're going to fill that in. That was a little feature Bronwyn wanted, so that we could listen to everybody in the toilet. But we'll fill that in and put the air conditioner up there or over there, one of the two. So anyway, we're getting there.
looks great.
Okay, a bit of an update on where we're at now at the moment with that toilet. what we decided to do, just built a bit of a step there, which is great. We can get down without having this giant step down onto the ground there now. So that's all done, which is great. Just finished it off. Get some flooring down. We're gonna fit another couple of sheets over there today, and over in that corner over there. Got a hatch down in here so that we can get into the stern gland. Make some adjustments if we need to, some greasing, some cleaning. That's pretty important to get to that. But designing this room has been a mammoth effort. Got the bed in there now, and that bed will tilt so we can get stuff underneath it for storage and that. Haven't got our lights in yet. I've just got this LED strip here. Those LED strips from Bunnings, they're incredible. They've been going a long time, 24 volt, but they give off some great light. But anyway, just back to the toilet. So originally what I had decided to do was to stick this solenoid valve in for my fresh water system, and it would then, once we push the button to flush the toilet, it opened the valve and allow the fresh water to go into the top of the bowl under pressure. Well, asking questions and with much debate, apparently it's a big no-no to use your potable water for flushing a toilet. Bacteria getting back into the potable water tanks, so we've decided not to go ahead with that. Listening to all the advice on the internet, everybody says do not do that. Personally myself, I don't see how bacteria can get past this valve. Once you hit this valve, it's under pressure, flushing water to the toilet. The water is coming in at the top of the toilet. As soon as you stop flushing, the valve shuts. But anyway, besides that, I'm not going ahead with it. So we've turned this back to fresh salt water. It was the easiest option for me, so we've just tapped into the Seacock, and I've got, all I've done is I've tapped in salt water here. I've got a non-return valve going into it, going into the toilet, and then out of the toilet on this one here, again another non-return valve, and going up into our sewage tanks. So I think at this stage that's our best option. We've got a major labour force on today. We're going to be creating a lot of things, got a lot of help coming today. So again, putting those sheets up in there. We've got some tanks to mount. Got some chairs up in the wheelhouse. I'll just take you up there and show you that, what we need to do. Because this vessel is going to do a lot of steaming across vast oceans, I'm praying, I want recliners. Here we have recliners, which everyone thinks I'm crazy, but I have two lazy boy recliners, and they're going to go here. We're going to be sitting up here for hours. We need to be comfortable, so I need to make a bit of a box up here for them to sit on. We've only got to come up 490 mil, and then each one of those will sit on the box so we can see across there. So that's another project we're on today.
Alright, we got a commotion up here. Let's see what's going on. We've been doing a bit of work up here in the wheelhouse.
There's something here to screw to,
Talking about screwing.
so we can
What's that then, mate?
I'm
can
sick
put
of
the grab
working.
bar.
We just work,
Yeah.
and I come up here and look at this. No working.
Nah.
We're testing.
We're
We're the
chillaxing.
test dummies.
Yeah.
We're the test dummies.
Yeah,
just
to see how far back we
high
go.
seas, if this is going to work. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
a little
perfect.
grab rail would be good here, because there's a beam across here, Dal. We could have a grab rail to hold on when it gets rough.
There's no chance of falling asleep at watch in those chairs.
No. Very comfy.
Right.
Alright, so this This was an oil tank in the engine room, and it's solid steel. It is very heavy, and we've got another aluminium tank down there, so it's a bit of a waste. So what we've decided to do is to put it in the back room and keep it as petrol. So that's the task. But you look in there, it is solid as, and it's got a filter in there. I don't even know exactly why they had a filter in there, but they have. But we're going to put it down in the...
Just got a sight glass.
Yeah, sight glass on there. But we're going to put it down in the back room, and we need somewhere to store petrol for the jet ski and the tinny and all of that sort of stuff. So this, believe it or not, this holds 225 litres. So this will be good storage for us down there.
Well, we sort of have a duck board. We are going to have a duck board.
What is it and why?
We have composite decking. And this stuff is rot proof, mold resistant, mildew resistant, warp resistant. And I think it comes with a 20-year guarantee.
Resistant to stains from fish gums?
Yes, stains. So guys are just putting this together, working out all the little spaces and gaps, and it's non-slip as well, which is really good for the duck board. And best of all, it saws very easily.
So we are having to be out of here by the next Tuesday, I think it is. We're paid up till next Tuesday. So we've got a multitude of jobs to do just so we can get going. Just mounting the new washing machine. I had to cut a skin fitting in the side of the boat yesterday. Put that in. They've got an electrician coming on Thursday to wire up a few power points and that for me. I've got to mount the D cell and get that plumbed up. And so the fuel tanks in the engine room have not been plumbed yet either to the transfer pump, so I've got to do that. And my steering, so my auxiliary steering has to be hooked up. Everything's there, it's just got to be plumbed and bled. And my power steering pump it's getting very hot. The fluid's getting very hot, so when we're steaming her along for a long time, that fluid that's being bypassed to the tank and back to the pump, it's getting very hot. So I'm going to look, I've got a spare set of keel pipes that aren't being used, so I'm going to plumb into those keel pipes so that we can try and cool the system down. But it gets extremely hot, and it's only a small tank, so there's only a small amount of oil that's going through the pump and bypassing constantly, so it's getting very hot. Anyway, come on, I'll show you. It is a bit dark down here at the moment because I haven't got a light mounted yet, but I'll just take this out of the road. So now we've put the washing machine there. This platform we've made, I've put the flooring down. We've put that skin fitting in the side of the boat with a valve on it there. I'm not going to worry about a non-return valve there at the moment because it'll be turned off until we do some washing. If we need to wash, we'll switch it on. But majority of the time it'll just stay turned off, so I'm not going to put a non-return valve there just yet. So that's mounted. We'll just sheet this wall and secure that washing machine there. But in here, you see the D cell sitting there. So it's just been in the engine room here for quite a long time. My plan is I'm going to mount it on that tank there. So this morning I've rerouted all of the plumbing for the toilet, the upstairs toilet, to get it out of the road so I can make my mounts all up in there. And then we'll lift the D cell up in there. So it's a good place for it to get it out of the road. But just come over this way here, and this is what I was talking about. This is my power steering fluid here. So that's not a real big reservoir of oil. So it comes down and into the power steering pump here. So there's pressure on both sides, and when there's my steering solenoids, I'll get that stick out of the road. Steering solenoids. So when we activate the solenoids, we'll get fluid will shoot through here. But when it's not being activated, it's just coming from here and then bypassing, going straight back to the tank. So basically tank to the pump and back to the tank. So, you know, there's hours upon hours of that happening, and that just gets so hot. So I'm going to basically take this pressure here and take it straight to the keel pipes. The keel pipes are under the floor, under here. It's not far. And then I'll take it back to the tank. So that will circulate through the keel pipes back to the tank. And then as we need, when the steering activates, it'll then bypass and come through here into the steering solenoids. So that's the only way I can think of doing it. And those wing tanks, they're full of fuel. We've got no pipe work on them yet, so I need to plumb that tank and the one on the other side back to my transfer pump that's over there, so we can move some fuel around and fill up the day tanks as we require fuel. So we've got plenty to do before we take off, and somewhere along the line give the gardener a service. So I need to get some filters and some oil and do that, and some coolant. I've got to try and drain some of the fluid out of this and then put a lot of coolant in. The engine's never had coolant in it. And looking at the water in the header tank up there, it's as clean as a whistle, and I've tapped in here and drained water out a few times. It's crystal clear. There's no rust or anything in it, so I think everything's all right, but I'd like to see some inhibitor in there. So anyway, that's what I'm up to today, but once I get into that frame, I'll show you where we're up to at the end of the day. Righto, there's my frame. The frame is made. I've painted it. It's quite strong. It doesn't have to be a lot. It's just got to mount the D cell on it. But I'm pretty happy with the way that came up. Now we just got to get that up there, and I have to wait till Brent gets out of bed, which could be any time. He sleeps in a lot. He'll give me a hand to get that up there. Once that's there, then I'm starting on plumbing the fuel tanks. Get them back to the transfer pump here. So that's a busy day for me today again.
Alright, what's going on here, mate?
Well, I put the bloody... I set the GoPro up to film us putting it up, and I forgot to turn it on.
And why is that?
Well,
You're a dickhead.
yeah, I know. So everything worked out perfect. It sits there beautiful.
So what'd you have to do?
So I've just got to plumb it now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just plumbing. It fits there perfectly.
It does.
And all my measurements are right, and I've got enough room under the motor here. And I can get the membranes out, both ends. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked with
Watermaker. Yeah. That's good.
I am here in the middle of nowhere. There is no there, it is cold there, but I am safe and I am warm. Although it's hard, I know I gotta keep up. No time to lay, to drift away. I find my space, I spend my time down the rabbit hole again, and as I fall I can feel the pain.
We hope you're enjoying our restorations and adventures aboard Malindi K. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment or share it with your mates. It's a free way to help support Malindi K Expeditions. Chuck in some fuel money and become a Patreon. You'll find the link in our description. We truly appreciate your support and connecting with like-minded people. Cheers, and remember, the sea is always calling.